Yo guys, so today we've got a special kind of format for you. This game mode is called Super Security. So there's two kind of main aspects to this. For one, both players start with 10 security cards, and then two, every Digimon in security has a Zwart defeat effect to where you play it at no cost without battling, but then you also get the on-play effects. So it's going to be a little bit of an interesting match. You see my opponent is playing Agubond on the right, set up with the Agumon as well as the Tai. So this was a fun kind of game mode. I believe Bandai originally suggested this in a survey a little while ago, so I just thought we'd try it out, and hopefully the reception's positive because I had a lot of fun playing this. So over on the left, I'm actually playing a build of 3 Musketeers. I'm just going to evolve the Immon and then pass it over to my opponent. My opponent's then just going to bring out the Agumon and then is going to gain the memory draw off of the Tai. So in a pretty good position, but the cool thing about this format is that nothing really dies to security, so you can pretty much always swing, your guy will guaranteed live, but it's just that on the off chance you hit a Digimon, well actually it's a pretty good chance considering you have 10 cards, but in the chance you hit a Digimon, they'll just get to play it for free. So we're going to see the Greymon Digivolved for a cost of 2, going to be able to trigger the Koromon off of that since it is a Greymon card, and then going to play the Impmon from the security stack at no cost. So you can see how this game mode gets a little bit crazy, especially when you start to steamroll into more monsters. Then you start to attack your opponent's security with more damage, and then they can do the same to you because they get to play everything from their stack for free. So it can get kind of crazy. So I'd suggest you guys try it out. Oh, and then one other thing I will mention is that in this format, recovery cards are banned, just because you can imagine that would be a little bit ridiculous. So you guys will see a Magnadramon played at some point during the match, but it's just going to be a vanilla, it's not going to resolve the effect. So anyways, we're going to pass the turn by playing the red memory boost for 3, revealing the top 4 cards of the deck, adding any of those red Digimon to the hand, either the Agunimon or one of the Agus. So red player is checking his hand, and we're going to grab the Agunimon potentially for the hybrid finisher, I guess, 8 turns down the road once the security stack gets really low. So then I'm going to start with 1 memory. Now, the kind of unfortunate thing is my Immons are not going to die to security unless they hit an option card. So first check, we hit a Marcus. Second check with the other Immon, we hit an Agumon, which of course will get to be played for 0 cost without battling. So then now my opponent's got 2 Digimon on field, but I'm just going to clear the Greymon by using the on-play effect of the Ogremon, pitching a Trump Sword from my hand, being able to delete my opponent's Greymon. So I really, really like that Ogremon, especially in the Bond matchups. It's a very, very powerful card to just get rid of any problematic Digimon, maybe a rookie, or maybe an Octomon versus Gabu, or a Geogray versus Agu. So then we're just going to see the next Koromon hatched, and then shout out to those Albedo sleeves, by the way. And then we're going to see the Agumon Digivolve, and then the Security +1 Greymon evolved after that, tapping Marcus to gain the memory, checking 2 cards, and again, it's because you're not hitting any Digimon that you're worried about running into DP-wise, Greymon just becomes exponentially more broken in this scenario, and then I'm gonna get hit with an Atomic Blaster with 4 Impmons on the field. He can potentially clear the majority of my board. So we're going to see a total of 8,000 DP added up from the 2 Impmons up front, and then the 2 Impmons on back. That is 6,000, I believe, because 2 of them were the 1,000 Impmons. I'm going to mill 6, and then I believe draw a discard 1 off of the Demi Miramon. So pretty good for me, just because 3 Musketeers does want a lot of trash, a lot of stuff in their trash, a lot of the 7 cost options, a lot of the 3 Musketeer monsters, etc., just to reduce your Bellstarmon and stuff like that. I'm going to swing into the Ogremon and then hit an Agumon. The Agumon is going to get the on-play effect to reveal the top 5 cards of the deck and add any one of those red Tamers to the hand. So probably going to get Marcus there. Yep, that is the only viable option. So going to get Marcus to the hand for free off a security check, and then we're going to hit him with the Bellstar, reducing the cost by a bunch, putting my opponent to 6, and then adding back any of those option cards, and then playing any of them from my hand. So most likely, Gewaltschwarmer would be pretty nice here, since my opponent does have 2 cards on the field, and I really, really don't want that Greymon to be able to survive and check 2 more cards the following turn. So I'm just going to Gewaltschwarmer and Especially against Agubon, that card is so powerful, and especially against a deck in a format where everything can just come out onto the field for free. By the way, I apologize for that camera shake a little bit. That was weird. And so the Agu player is going to bring out the Agumon, unsuspend the Marcus, and then are we going to see a Bond here? So then we're just going to see another Marcus played for a cost of 4. Bellstar's going to come back to the field. And then the Agubond player is most likely not going to bond. I believe he could pop the red memory boost, but the problem is with a deck like Agubond versus a deck like a deck that has like 6 security cards, it's, you know, you kind of just have to wait it out until like the last moments of the turn. So then we're going to hit the Deputymon off the security check, get his on-play effect, add the Bellstar, and then get some more 7 cost options in the trash right there. So lots of setting up that we're able to do thanks to that Deputymon, and then the Agumon is going to be played, leaving me with just 1 memory, I believe, so then I can bring out the Impmon. And since I do have the Bellstar in field, it might be a good strategy to just run into my opponent's security, get out those 2 security cards, and now that he's got a Bond of Bravery on field for free, I think it's definitely time I get rid of that. Alternatively, I could just Gavolt Former. That's the cool thing about 3 Musketeers in Super Security format, is that you can just constantly like attack, and then just clear their board afterwards, so they don't get any of the benefits of like having had the like Digimon played off of security. So then of course we're gonna see the Magnetron, but like I said, it's not going to have any sort of effect because recovery effects are not really legal in the format. But regardless, my opponent will have 5 Digimon on field, and we're just going to Gavolt and then destroy everything aside from the 2 big guys on my opponent's side of the field, leaving me with just a Bellstar and leaving my opponent with the Agubond as well as the Magnetron. So I don't think it was possible for me to clear the Agubond because Fly Bullet doesn't kill it, Gavolt doesn't kill it, and then Happy Bullet Showering wouldn't have done anything because my opponent had too many Digimon on field. So then we're going to see the Flower Agumon Digivolved into the breeding area, and then now Bond is in a very good position where he can just attack with the Agubond, pop the Bellstar, trash one of the security cards, which of course is really insane in this format, and then just check a card off of that. We're going to see the 2-drop Agumon added off the memory boost there. My opponent is at 3 memory currently, and then we know he does have the Agunimon as well, so do need to be a little bit careful. We're going to swing into security, pop the Bellstar, trash the mat, and then check our Glaive memory boost, whatever it's called. So add back any purple card, so I'm going to take back the Bellstarmon, but I quickly realized that it doesn't actually have the on-play effect, so it's just going to stay in there with the delay effect, so I put the Bellstar back. And then we're going to hit into another Deputymon, milling some more cards. I think my deck is running a little bit thin at this point, and then leaving me with, I believe, 3 security cards, which is definitely not in a position I want to be in against an aggro deck like Agubond. So I really need to just get rid of the Bond, but then of course he's got the Agumon in the back, which can potentially just bond the next turn. I think there's been enough time in the game for where he can you know, bond. But then my opponent is just going to Digivolve into the Agunimon and pass turn, unfortunately, because he was at 1 memory, so he does have to just pass after that. And then I'm going to go ahead and hatch my egg, Digivolve into the Sound Birdmon, which is a pretty cool tech. I do like in 3 Musketeers, by the way. Just being able to discard your 7 cost options is really nice. I'm going to go Gray Memory Boost, gain 2, and then play the Bellstar for a reduced cost, adding up all the 7 cost options in 3 Musketeers in my trash, and then only playing her for a 3 cost, which is a little bit insane, and then deciding on what to add back here. Gavolt does kill 2 of his Digimon as well as my Deputymon, so that seems to be the MVP of this match, definitely keeping me in the game here. And now that he's got just the Bond and the Magnetron on the field, I can go into Millie and then bottom deck the Bond, getting rid of that guy finally, but at this moment he's already done quite enough damage. My opponent will start with 6, going to 7 off of the tie and then bring out the Agumon. So if he has a Bond here, which he does, he's just going to Bond, trash 2 security cards, and then pop the Millie. Millie will come back, but then he trashes 1 and then checks 2. So there's probably not really anything in security that can save me. So he'll check the last 2 cards, and then even if my opponent, if he runs into anything, Magnedramon's there, he's got an Agunimon probably. But yeah, anyways, that's going to be the game, guys. So hopefully you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought down in the comments, and thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.